Okay. So here we have my good friend Tracey, and she's gonna pretty much just give us a little rundown of how her experience was within the 12-week LionHearted Transformation Experience. What were some of the highs, some of the lows, so you can get more insight on what this would all be about. So without further ado, I just want Tracey to kind of just introduce herself a little bit about like just who she is, why she joined, and then we can just go from there.
Hi, I'm Tracey Williamson. I joined LionHearted Experience because I was overweight. It was getting out of control, and I was having a hard time controlling my eating. I was feeling sluggish, and I was tired of feeling tired. So I contacted Coach Chibby.
Nice. So that's definitely something a lot of us can relate to. And now, just give us a little insight on like what were some of the things you tried before working with me, whether they worked or didn't work so much.
Well, I've tried working with 2 different trainers over the years, and while they were great trainers, it didn't work for me because I needed something a little bit different. I actually didn't know what I needed at the time. I hadn't gotten to the root of the problem. Working out alone was not working for me. What was missing, as it turns out, was the, what did you put it? The mental piece. It was the mental piece. I needed to figure out why I had a mental block about eating healthier. So the trainers had me in the gym following their routine. While I was there, I did it. When they weren't looking, I did not. So I needed to work on what the problem was, because when I wasn't being held accountable, I was stuffing my face. So working with Coach Chibby, I was able to talk through a lot of the things that were in the way. Some of the emotional issues that I hadn't even thought about being associated with overeating came out during our discussions. So while it's not a pleasant experience, it's necessary to really look inside and get to the real issues, what's causing the weight gain. Now, I still don't like to work out, but I'm happy to say that I lost, what was it, Coach? 18 pounds? 18 pounds in the 12 weeks that we worked together. I consistently lost at least 1 to 2 pounds a week. Obviously a little more than, well, I suck at math, so 1 to 2 pounds a week consistently in a healthy way. And I learned from Coach Chibby to lower my calorie intake, but increase the proteins. The cravings subsided after I really got down to the bottom of what the issue was. And I focused on eating healthier so that I can feel healthier and ultimately look healthier. So while I'm still working on wanting to work out, Coach Chibby helped me understand like what would work for me. So traditionally, going into the gym, working the machines, even doing the videos that come along with the program don't work for me. I have to be tricked into working out. So I'm dancing. I've decided that I want to dance. Even though I've lost weight just by changing my diet alone, a lot of weight, just by changing my diet alone, I still need to get healthy physically. I need to work out more so that when I'm on the dance floor at parties, I don't wind out during the Cupid Shuffle and I can go right into the wobble, because right now I have to go sit down. But I'm working on that. And I'm confident that when I go into this next phase, working out will come naturally too.
That's beautiful. I made the most out of this experience. I'm always proud as a coach to see that. So, here's the thing. I always like to ask is, obviously you 18 pounds, that's a win, but I'm all about the non-scale victories. So what are some of the wins that we don't really see, just like weight loss? What are some of those non-scale victories that you've experienced throughout this experience?
So aside from the weight loss, confidence.
Mm.
You know, I gained a lot of confidence throughout this experience. Came into this not very confident that I would be able to change my diet, you know, change my eating habits, eat more mindfully. Um, so I think that was a huge win for me too.
You got the confidence and even the stability to change the way you eat and being more mindful, more intuitive about what you put into your body.
Right.
Okay. And lastly, did it affect any other things? Like obviously you're shining, you're glowing, right? You're operating at Tracey 2.0. But what are some like the spillover effects, whether it's work, whether it's relationships or anything like that? Do you feel like it affected you in any other way?
You know, I hadn't thought about that. Obviously, if I'm happier, my relationship is better, you know, and I feel good. I feel good about myself. Um, I feel good about the relationship, which I did before, but I'm more with the confidence that actually helps us. You know, me being more confident has affected my relationship in a positive way, of course.
Positive.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Gotcha. Like confidence. I always say that when you change, other people's they get that same energy as well. So that's good. You in that way. And just the last question, because I know there's going to be people who are going to excuse me. There are going to be people who are going to watch this and like, I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence. Like, what would you say to that person, or even to your old self that was like on the fence? Like, should I make this change? Should I invest in making this change or no? Like, what would you say to someone on that fence?
Invest in yourself. You know, if the issue is whether or not you want to make the investment, I would say make the investment. Think of, you know, where you can make the sacrifices. You know, just sit down and say, all right, what's the most important to me? What is the most important? Should I forego that cup of coffee every day and take that money and put it towards investing in my health? Yes. You know, whatever it takes, because it is worth it. There are a lot of programs out there, and I've tried. Okay, one thing, let me backtrack, because not only did I try the trainers, as I'm talking, I remember I tried other programs that are like the cookie cutter programs. I don't want to name names, but there are a lot of them out there, and I've tried two. That didn't work for me. Having someone that you can talk to face, like when you and I, coach, have our, I had the VIP program, so we had our weekly chats. That was okay, dare I say, because I just want to make this disclaimer, Coach Chibby is not a therapist, okay, even though I used him like one. He's not a mental health professional. I don't want to put that out there, but just having our discussions, even though they were centered around health and fitness, it was a very how do you say, cathartic experience for me mentally too. So that's something you don't get with those other cookie cutter programs. So that's what I wanted to say about that. Did I answer the question? Because I started talking and then
You did it. You went to the and
okay.
You even explained it in many different ways, so they'll understand the importance of making that change.
Okay.
Again, I just want to thank you for trusting in me for these 12 weeks. More importantly, trusting in yourself to actually see this through. Because, like I always say, I can provide all the tools, the resources, the structure, the accountability, the support, all of that, but none of it would make any difference unless you actually took action on what you believed you could achieve. So,
Right.
I know that right there